how did supplements fare versus the the clothing drops? Like, was that faring well?
Yeah. So we introduced like the whole ambassador program with the gift card and such, where they get a gift card each month.
Yeah.
And it's like, you get a gift card each month. How the heck are you supposed to buy product if you don't have product? Well, supplements we were able to invest into, which was more costly, of course.
So you're going more in debt to climb yourself out of debt, which is got to be frightening at that point.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, sometimes you think, oh, gosh, is there going to be a light at the end of the tunnel? But then you do, and you innovate. And, yeah, now, I mean, we're about to be doing like 6-figure months. So
from 6-figure debt to 6-figure months.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty crazy. And I want to tie this back to, for us, I know you're a man of God. You said you've gotten closer to God in your last few years, going to church, reading the Word, and that kind of thing. And your left arm stands for presence and almost faith. How has that helped you get through those times? Those times where, head on the pillow, dude, you're probably looking up at the ceiling and you're like, wow, I'm $100,000 in debt. I don't feel like I'm going to get out. Because at that point, like, you believe, like, I'm going to get out. But sometimes you probably had nights where, bro, that's scary. You're probably like, man, I'm $100,000 in debt. I know I'm going to get out. How am I going to get out? And you can pray. I think praying, was that a big factor in your life?
Prayer, I pray every night. I've been doing that since I was like 12, I think. But the prayers just get more in depth as the faith grows. And so, yeah, that's been something where God, I really leaned on my faith because, dude, this kind of relates to when I was so out of alignment, dude. Like, my question now that I ask, and I've told you about this.
I like this a
lot.
lot.
Everything I do, I ask, is it in alignment with my greater purpose, which is to grow strength? And then strength is it's not a Christian brand, but I have Christian values. And if you follow me and you see the kind of content I post, you can tell that I am a very Christian-based creator and believer and a follower of Christ. And it's grown a lot, and it's really helped. It really helped in the hard time, for sure.
100%, man. I think that's super cool. Yeah, so I want to dive more into, has faith always been a part in your life, or do you have a specific testimony that started to drive you closer to your faith?
Yeah, so I grew up Catholic.
Okay.
And I got like communion, first communion, confirmation, all that. I didn't really jive with it because it's so traditional and it was just kind of like the same thing. But now that we're in Tampa and I go to Radiant, a year before I came down here, obviously, like, I was going to a church called First Free. I just prefer the non-denominational ones. Not trying to push religion on anybody. It's just kind of like
it's preference. Yeah. That's what you resonate with. And then obviously Radiant, it hits like the message. You got to find what works for you.
Right.
So
totally, dude. I really appreciate the environment. And we got a group of boys that we're meeting with every Wednesday and talking about the Lord and business. And, dude, I didn't really have anything like this back in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I want to dive deep into that. So something you had is you moved from Wisconsin, La Crosse, Wisconsin, all the way to Tampa, Florida. And when you made this decision, some of the people in your life that you had kind of thought were your good friends, maybe they were, maybe they weren't, but they kind of held you back. They're like, Shane, why are you doing that? Like, you're not going to succeed down there. Strength's going to go into the drain. Like, if you make that jump and you're like, no, this is the next step for strength, like, I think I can grow my personal brand, I can grow strength as a whole.